HD with Brian Hertzock.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Talk HD. I'm Brian Hertzock, your host for today's show, a very special edition. Got somebody that all of you just know and love. He's back. This is the special edition where we're talking about the return. The big comeback is what this show is all about.
Right.
I think that this first segment, we should definitely go ahead and clear the air.
All right.
Because they got a lot of folks out there, they're talking about this, they're talking about that. When,
Sure.
you know, some folks know what they're talking about, and some folks right? So what exactly happened?
Well, I lost my law license. Not that I think it was necessarily fair, but it did in fact happen. It was a long, ongoing investigation. It started in the year 2000, actually. It took them 9 years of investigation and prosecution to finally decide that they thought I should be de-licensed for a while, and that's what happened. It was really about an office system that we had. Most people think when you get disbarred and lose your license, you've done something dastardly.
Right,
you're a thieving, or you're a criminal, or you're
Just a heathen.
Oh, something bad. But that wasn't the case in mine. It was an office system, office management system that we had employed that I had learned from other lawyers.
Right, because I heard that it was something that was common.
It was. Look, back in the day, I worked for the evil, maniacal Morris Bart, and when I left him back in '94. I took his system identically, actually.
Right.
Took his forms, and I did what he was doing because I thought it was all proper. And lawyers around the country to this day still employ this same system, which uses case managers to help lawyers work these multiple of small automobile accident files. You see, when you're a TV lawyer, as they call us, people that advertise on TV, you get thousands of cases. And it's impractical, it's not economical for lawyers to do all that work. You got to have some other people that are helping, just like doctors have PAs now.
Right.
You got to have other paraprofessionals to do some of the work, and that's what we did.
Right. So, in other words, you kind of got caught in some sticky stuff that a lot of other people are doing, but you just kind of...
Well, but it's not like it's something wrong. It's not like everybody's speeding and I'm the only one that got caught speeding. This is a situation where nobody thought what we were doing was incorrect or wrong, but the bar later and the court later said, well, yeah, we think that's wrong. And we disagreed. As a matter of fact, in the year 2000, they came to us and said, well, the way you are letting the duties that your case managers, our paralegals are doing, and the way you're paying them is incorrect. We said, well, we don't think so, but we'll agree with you for this purpose, and we'll change it. Right. And we did immediately. It took them 4 years before they even charged us with anything, which is very odd.
Right.
But they did, and we didn't think it was fair, and we fought it. But eventually, we were found to have violated those particular rules.
Well, I don't know if you and I talked about it, but a lot of people didn't like the idea of the lack of the tie. It was a huge deal. No wearing a tie. It's like, what are you doing? You're disgrace to the law race.
Yeah, you see that kind of thing. You said lawyers, they think that they're up here, and they're really not. I want to be approachable to people. Right. I want people to hire me. That's why I'm not on air. I'm not going to be scowling and being mean and all that. I want people to approach me because I'm a friendly person, and I want people to hire me as a friend who's going to help them with a legal situation. Right.
Now, so what do you feel that you've learned as a result of this negative? It's clearly the way you're saying it, it was a negative experience. Is there anything that you learned from it?
Lawyer up. From an ethical standpoint, I need to make sure that all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. So I'm gonna have an ethics lawyer on board for everything now. I'm going to make sure that everything is just exactly right. And I'm going to make sure that I go out and I associate with the law practice more, because I really didn't do that before.
Right.
A lot of the parties and the functions where judges were and other lawyers, I really was just didn't think I needed to do that.
Right.
I had my own life, had my own family, kids, and all that. So I just think I needed to do that. So, but this time around, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna change the way I'm advertising. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun for people to watch, unlike the stuff you see on TV.
Right. But I know back then when you were out and you're up and running, it was it was definitely entertaining. You had a different style, a different feel of things. So that old E is coming back.
It is. Look, we decided from the start that we were going to focus around the E. It was going to be our marketing niche. You'd have to remember a name, remember a face, remember a letter. How hard can that be?
Right.
Just the E. So our phone numbers had E's. It was the E guarantee.
Right.
Just remember an E. we had a big gigantic E on set I'd go hang on, and you know, it was great. And so, but we'll bring the E back. We're going to be bringing back the E guarantee. Okay. And you'll be hearing all over the place very soon. Okay.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a break.
All right.
But just before, or I guess maybe after that break, we're going to be talking about the E brand and how maybe there may be some folks out there that somewhat kind of maybe incorporated that unique brand.
You mean copycats?
Just after this.
You're watching Real Talk HD.
It's Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Real Talk HD. I'm Brian Hertzock, your host for today's show. We've got Mr. E Eric Guirard in studio. This particular episode is the big comeback.
Yeah.
Man, well, we were talking about the brand. The E.
The E.
The E guarantee, the big E. And it seemed like, you know, even before your step down out of the arena, it seems as though there's a lot of, I don't know, it looks like a whole bunch of little E's, but in different letter form. What's going on there? I mean, is that something you noticed?
There's only one E. It's a large alphabet,
well,
but there's only one E.
Well, it's not talking about E, but it's...
All the other ones are consonants.
They rhyme with E.
Well,
they're set up like E.
They may rhyme, yeah. You know, and that, you know, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
That's right.
And if that's true, then I mean, they're flattering the hell out of me because everybody, when they saw that whole E thing, and the way I marketed it, just a lot of people jumped on board. Around town on all the advertisements now, you'll see all these letters being focused on. Right. And really mine was unique because in the past, a lot of lawyers would use the letter of their last name, you know, in a letterhead or something. But I was the first one to use my first name, which is actually my nickname, the E, to market around that front letter.
Right, you had the E-Jag. The E-Jaguar.
I had the E license plate. Everything was E, you know,
right.
So just the letter E.
That's right. So if you see a vehicle out there, was it Land Rover?
Yeah.
You see an E, you got it.
That's right, and I obey all the traffic laws too.
Right.
And then it does keep you on your P's and Q's when you're driving around with an E on your plate because they know who it is. But so I've started noticing other people using letters, very focused, very very primary in their advertising. None of them have really copied me as far as you know, the humor or the slogan. Right. Well, the slogan, there is, and I'm just going to say it because you know there's another lawyer in town that's using the G guarantee.
Okay.
Which is obviously a ripoff of mine. Now that particular lawyer has trademarked that. Actually, while I was out, I couldn't use my trademark of E guarantee in public use.
Right.
But when I came back in, when I went to re-up it, my trademark lawyer said, "Well, E, there's another one now that someone's gotten."
Right.
And I found out that the G guarantee had been just last year had been registered with the Copyright Office.
Right.
So I went and got my E-guarantee re-registered.
Right.
But now I'm even being threatened to be sued by that particular lawyer if I use the E-guarantee again because he says it's going to create confusion in the public. But I welcome that kind of lawsuit. Right. You know, I love the PR.
Lawyer
up. Yeah, lawyer up because, you know, I had that E first. You know, I think we can make some good arguments. If there's only going to be one person that can use that it's going to be me and not him. As a matter of fact, another firm was using a thing called the no-fee guarantee, which was also a ripoff of mine because I know the lawyer in California who came up with that, who was a friend of mine, and he copied it off the E-guarantee. And that's now being used all around the country.
Wow.
But yeah, so when you're successful and you do things that are innovative in any industry, and we just happen to be doing in the legal industry, and when you brand, when you do things in a different way, you're going to have copycats, and that's fine, you know, and because I'm going to be back, and I'm going to tell people, look,
you're going to be back. You're back.
I am back, but I'm going to be back on the air.
Right.
And I'm going to tell people, look, you want to hire the original or you want a copycat?
That's right.
So, you know, you always want to go with the original.
That's
like
right.
Coca-Cola.
That's
I'm
right.
Coke.
That's right. Well, you know, I mean, mostly I think everyone that's on TV that's watching right now, for the vast majority of the viewers, got to know who you are. I mean, to be able to say that, that means there's a lot of money going into airtime. There's a lot of money going into marketing.
Let me tell you, it is now, people don't understand this. This is now the most competitive TV lawyer market in the country per capita, because we have so many big spenders for a market this size, which is a medium-sized market in the country. And so you got all these other guys on TV spending, multi-millions of dollars on not only TV, but on billboards. You see all the billboards around town.
I mean, but this is like similar to the amount of monies that you were putting out, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
And now they've all caught up.
Right.
So now I'm coming back in, and I've either been copied by them or I've created other ones. And a lot of them have either worked for me or copied me. That's what I like to say.
Right.
And so now I got to go back into a very competitive arena. But it's all about market share and just getting your name back out there. And I think the recognition in the brand is so strong, at least I hope it is, that the E will resonate and rise above the other letters.
Right. That's right. I mean, you and I have talked about different various concepts about how you may want to come back out, and anything you want to share to the viewers, kind of like a little sneak?
No, I can't be doing that. But I can say that it's going to be innovative. It's going to be clever. It may be satirical because there's some other guys.
You plan on having a little fun?
Oh, I got to have some fun.
All
now
right.
Now the bar. The thing that has changed since I've been out is there are now rules that the Bar Association has in place for advertising. Right. It used to be, which is the way it should be, is that all you could not do was the only thing you couldn't do was do something false or misleading.
Right.
And those rules treated the public as adults, big boys. Or big girls. Now they got all these new rules in place, so you got to be careful that you're not violating any of those advertising rules. Right. So within that context, that framework, I'm going to do funny. I'm going to do satire because some of these other guys are just ripe for satire the way they've advertised, and I'm going to do some things that are new that just will make people remember the E, because it's all about searing that image into the public's mind and associate it with getting hurt or car wrecks. Right.
Now, I mean, from the beginning, you come in with your own ideas, your own feel, your own grill, if you will, right? And so you've bowed out for a little while. You got a lot of competition out there. It's kind of like Rocky getting back into the ring. What do you think? You feel like you could be able to handle it?
I'm not old.
Think you could take Mr. T?
Yeah, Rocky did okay for the first couple of sequels, but as he got to number 7, he wasn't so good. But I feel like I'm on the first sequel, kind of like just Rocky 2. Right. So I'm still fighting pretty good, but. No, it's going to be hard.
You're pretty confident you're going to be able to hold your own.
I think so. The hardest part is you're fighting dollars. But you can overcome that now, especially in the world today has social media, which we didn't have before. Right. And I think you can get a lot more bang for your buck out of using internet and social media than you could before, where it was just really mainly TV. Right. Now social media is right on the heels of TV, in my opinion. And if my ads are clever enough, they're going to live on Facebook or people wanting to see them again. It won't be something you see on the afternoon TV or before a ball game or something and just forget about it. Right. So, I'm going to be, I don't know if I'll be as famous as you, but I'm going to try to get back up there and get to that level of success.
You remember the time you and I were together and we were in a store, and the guy looked and he said, I know you the guy on TV with the gospel show. And I said, yeah. And the guy looked at you and said, yo, you sell cars. It was so funny.
Like the Auto Yes Clown? Or
what? I don't know. It was so great. And I was thinking to myself, that's a multi-billion-dollar doggone lawyer here.
That was the only time that happened now.
It had to be with me, right?
It was with you. But
we had fun, though, man, all the time.
Well, that's true.
That's right. Well, look, we're getting ready to take another break.
Another break?
Another break.
Obscene profit break?
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because when we come back, we're with E Eric Guirard. We're talking about the big comeback, but we're also going to be talking about some things that he's been doing when he's been out.
Uh-oh.
I think he was a rapper. E Eric Guirard, a rapper? A singer? You'll find out just a moment, just after the break.
Oh, you turned the color.
National event coverage, what's on top of the headlines, and much more.
Hertzock Entertainment and Films.
is Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
Thanks for not turning that dial. Sticking with us right here on Real Talk HD. I'm sitting here with E Eric Guirard. Okay, I promised the folks out there that we were going to talk about what were you doing for these past 7 years or so. You've graced Hertzock Entertainment and Film, working with us on a few different various projects that
yes.
We had a lot of fun with them. The first project was a rap video.
Yes.
For a rap song you did. I don't know, maybe we can start rolling that now so people can kind of start seeing that now while we're talking. Maybe.
What?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Well, yeah, I am a rapper. I mean, how many 57-year-old white lawyer conservative rappers do you know?
Not too many of them.
I'm the only one in America. But
how about the world?
Maybe the world.
Take the globe.
But it's not, this is clean rap. So
right.
Your kids can listen to it.
Well, I know it.
Well, I understand that because you the man. But
you look just like LL Cool J. Someone told me on that.
Very close. We work out the same way.
Right.
But it's political in nature. Right. It's not with the pimps and the hoes and all that stuff. It's not the bad language. It's not all that. But
I guess we won't have to bleep that. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Sorry.
We'll get producers
to
schemes.
I got you in trouble.
Right. We're going to get you disbarred off of TV.
Oh, God. Okay.
No pun intended.
I understand. But anyway, so political, it's all political subject matter, just issues of the day. And I had something to say politically, but I felt I wanted to do it in a way that maybe people would listen to, especially the young people.
Right.
So, and I found that I could rap years ago when I went to do a commercial for a radio station, and one of my employees said, "E, why don't you try rapping the script?"
Right.
I said, rap. And I did it. It kind of came out good, so we did that, the E Guarantee rap. But then I went into the political world of for rap purposes.
Right.
And we put out a whole CD. So we got a whole, several songs.
And then you reached out. Then you reached out to me.
That's right, because we wanted to put one on video,
right.
on music video, the lead song, and because I was going to publish the whole thing.
Right.
And so I came to the great Brian Hertzock.
Well, at that time, I was shortly maybe 3, 4. I don't know. I guess it was a long time, maybe 5 years before that. I was actually in the industry as a rapper.
Well, that's right. And I've seen you rap.
That's right.
You looked a little different back then.
And I went from the rap game to the suit and tie, and then you went from the suit minus the tie going to the rap game. So I figured I knew how to get that transition going for you.
Well,
is that what it was?
I think it was something like that. That's why I had the faith in you. But
you did good. You did really good.
Well.
I mean, you did have that LL Cool J look at one time. It's like it's like don't play.
It took several takes, but we
no,
did.
It did not. It did not.
But yeah, that and that's actually on YouTube. That's. And that's called that whole CD is called the Tea Party Anthem.
Right.
And sometimes the Tea Party thing gets kind of a bad name because people don't understand.
Right.
But all it's really about, just real quick, is it's about people who want limited government, less government that lives within a budget, lives within the Constitution, that maximizes individual freedom.
Right.
And that's the kind of things that I believe in, and I wanted to espouse that in the form of a rap. But now I'm moving on.
Right.
I'm not just a rapper.
Right. Well, before you move all the way on, then there's a second project that we recently did last year, 2016. Right. Well, it was just more of my favorite, Trouble, Time,
Country?
And Money.
Trouble, Time, and Money.
Trouble, Time, and Money.
And what's the subject? What is Trouble, Time, and Money about?
Trouble, Time, and Money. Women, nothing but trouble.
Just women.
Huh?
It's about women.
That's right.
Sorry. No offense, ladies.
You want me to promote this or you want to promote it? Go ahead. Jump on in there. Trouble, Time, and Money. What an amazing song. I think, you know what? I tell you what. On our next break, just as we're coming back, we're going to let the video run.
Oh, well, that's a special video.
You have to make sure you stay tuned because we're going to go ahead and run that video. Trouble,
Don't
Time,
touch
and
that
Money.
dial.
Right. Tell us about that video. What was your motivation behind that? I mean, I know that during that time, you weren't doing the lawyer thing, but you got that high energy, right? You got to do something, right? And so what was that about?
Well, I am divorced, and I've been divorced for 8 years or so, and so I've dated other women, and I've had relationships, and
you had relations.
Yes, with women, and so it's not
that there's anything wrong with that.
That's correct. But anyway, it happened to be women, and And they didn't always go well, and things always would happen. There was always something going on. Right. And I just felt I would write kind of a tongue-in-cheek song about the troubles that men tend to have with women. Right. And I would do it in kind of a lighthearted way. And I did it to country, because country is a lot like rap, in my opinion. It's very lyric-centric. You can really tell good stories, both in rap and in country. And I just felt it was more kind of conducive to a country thing, because that's always about women and hating and drinking and all that stuff.
Like the blues.
Kind of like the blues, but a little quicker. The blues is slow, you know. So I did it. So I wrote it, and I had to get a music video done of it. So I sought out the best person I thought I could find.
Hertzock Entertainment and Films, of course.
Another plug.
A shameless plug, that is. Yeah, it was it was great, man. We had a lot of fun. It was like a lot. I really enjoyed it, like a lot more than the first, I think, but it was a nice. I think this was more of a rendition of who you were. I think the real E, I think, was coming out, not the LL Cool J.
Well, maybe so. And it was also, we shot a lot of it in the bar. I always helped, and a little drinking going on. And,
right.
And we had some good-looking ladies involved.
Nice-looking ladies. We casted some really nice.
We did.
Folks in there
with short little storylines throughout it. So it was good.
That's right.
We wrote it together.
That's right.
Yep, the great Brian Hertzock wrote this.
The great Brian Hertzock. That'll work. So, I'll receive it.
And so I think it came out very well.
Yeah, thank you. I think it did.
And that's going to be part of the new CD that's coming out soon.
So you got the law.
Yeah.
You got the law thing back.
Yeah.
So you're not going to drop the music.
You'll
keep the music thing going.
No, it's all about entertainment and keeping your name out there. It's not
and having fun at the same time.
And having fun. I mean, I want to be a lawyer, and I'm going to give people great legal service and great customer service, but I want people to know who I am and not forget about me and see me in other ways and in other lights all the time. And so you won't be just seeing music. I might go back to, I was a stand-up comic at one point.
Right, I remember you telling me.
I was Cajun E. Matter of fact,
you say Cajun E's.
Cajun E.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That Cajun
I thought
E.
you were body language.
You know, I owe my first fortune to stand-up comedy. I was so bad it made me want to go to law school. Which is true. I might go back to doing that, but my new CD is going to be reggae.
Okay, that's right.
I can do reggae mine.
You were just recently asking me if I found a place in Jamaica.
We're looking for we're scouting locations in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, man.
Yes.
Are you going to do it like that? Are you going to sing Jamaica, man?
Absolutely. But it's going to be unique. It's going to be Jamaican with some Cajun and country overtones.
Okay.
We're going to call it as Cajacan. That's
I tell you. Yeah, okay.
I know you don't like that, but that's what it's called. I'm sorry. You've been overruled.
I'm going to keep working with him on that one. But make sure you stay tuned, because just after the break, we've been talking with injury lawyer E Eric Guirard.
There you go.
That's right. He's back.
He's back.
He's back, and he's got the big comeback, and that's what we're talking about. Just after the break, stay tuned, because the music video that we were talking about, Trouble, Time, and Money, actually written and recorded by E Eric Guirard, and of course himself being the actual star on that video, will be playing just after the break.
You're watching Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
Boys, that's trouble.
Now that's time.
Ooh, no, that's money.
Y'all are all right. Women are trouble, time, and money.
Trouble, time, and money. I don't date, don't wanna mate. There's nothing above a woman's love, but then they give you a slate to hate. Trouble, time, and money. Just more strife for my life. I don't need another girlfriend. Sure don't need another wife. Defeated, depleted, cheated, and mistreated in my treks with the fairer sex. Losing with confusion, a state of contusion. What's next in this lifelong hex? There is no shame to refrain from the game. Fall on the lance, just refuse the dance. It is my decision, a vision of rescission, a stance and no chance for romance.
Trouble, time, and money.
I don't date, don't wanna mate. There's nothing above a woman's love, but then they give you a slate to hate. Trouble, time, and money.
Trouble.
Just more strife for my life.
Time.
I don't need another girlfriend.
Money.
Sure don't need another wife. Lamenting, dissenting, my friends ain't comprehending why I skipped and ripped relationships. My kids got the mom thing, so what does some girl bring? Apocalypse equipped with gamesmanship. Societal convention must bend to reinvention. Resist the risk of a woman's kiss. No more compromising, my bank account rising. I won't miss the myth of romantic bliss. Trouble, time, and money. Tit for tat's where girls are at. Just hope and pray that I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Trouble, time, and money. I don't date, don't wanna mate. There's nothing above a woman's love, but then they give you a slate to hate.
No, no, no. Trouble, time, and money.
Just more strife for my life. I don't need another girlfriend. Sure don't need another wife.
No, no, no.
Trouble, time, and money.
Trouble.
I don't date, don't wanna mate.
Time.
There's nothing above a woman's love, but then they give you a slate to hate.
No, no, no.
Trouble, time, and money.
Trouble.
Just more strife for my life.
Time.
I don't need another girlfriend.
Money.
Sure don't need another wife.
It's Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
Trouble, time, and money.
That was pretty good.
Don't hate, don't wanna date.
I don't date, don't want a mate.
Or don't wanna hate.
No, I don't want to hate. I don't want to hate. I just don't want a mate.
All right, my job is to do the videos. I don't memorize the lines.
I got the lyrics down.
I'll leave that up to you. You and Joey Decker. That's your
Joey Decker.
Joey Decker. That's your producer for that particular.
And he helps arrange the music and stuff for a lot of my songs. Disc Productions. Got to throw him a plug. He's.
Yeah, that's why I'm plugging him away.
Well, plug everybody.
That's right. No, not everybody.
Well, no.
But Decker has a very amazing way that you guys work. By myself having a background in history in music, trust me, I really understand where he's coming from, because you actually come to him, you have the idea for the song, and without much of a musical background or anything, you basically say, you come in and say, this is kind of the way I hear it, you hum it, sing it in the recording booth, and he you leave and he just starts putting stuff together. Go ahead.
I'm actually more of I'm a lyricist, obviously, and I'm a melodist, so I come up with the melodies.
Right.
But I need the help, the hook. Well, not just the hook, but just
the
whole melody through the whole song, and so I need obviously the musical help to lay down the actual musical background on that. And Decker's great. I mean, he's been playing music for 40 years,
right?
And Baton Rouge is full. I've learned this over the last 20 years. Baton Rouge is full of super talented musicians, just everywhere, and he gets people in that studio that can do just amazing things.
So now, we've got the rap.
Yeah.
We've done the country.
Yeah.
You're back into the field as a lawyer.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about reggae.
Yeah.
What's our direction here? Where are we going here? Where are we going?
With the reggae or just generally speaking?
With the reggae, generally speaking.
Well, we're going to do we're going to finish out the CD. Decker and I are working on finishing out the CD. We're going to do it with that Jamaican, with the reggae, with the Cajun influence, the Cajun, and a little country in there too.
Right.
We're gonna, the Trouble, Time, and Money will be on that CD too, right. And we're gonna finish that out and then release that. A big release later, right. And we'll do it maybe close in conjunction to the grand opening of my law firm.
Nice.
Because even though I'm practicing again now and I'm taking cases, we hadn't done the official grand opening like you see stores will open first, but then they'll have a big opening later.
Right.
And we got that coming up. We've tentatively scheduled it for July 4th because people may not know
the big
opening with the bright lights and all the fancy cars and and I actually started July 4th, 1994 when I opened my first firm. Back 22 years ago. And so I just thought it was appropriate that I open up again on July 4th.
Right.
My Independence Day, my new Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to do. And throw it out there. Before I had people don't know this either probably, but I had 30,000 clients over the years. 30,000. By the way,
that's a lot of clients.
That's a lot. None of whom had anything bad to say. The bar didn't use not one of those people against me in my ethical prosecution.
Right.
Nor was there any former employee that testified against me. It was all a theoretical office management situation.
Right.
But all those folks, everybody in the community is going to be invited to this big shindig, this big party. I'm sure Hertzock Entertainment is going to be involved somehow to get this thing on the air and out there showing.
Of course, absolutely.
And it's going to be fun. There'll be adult beverages and there'll be things for kids. We're going to have the new logo is going to be emblazoned out there. It's going to be great.
I mean, they know who you are and seeing the spots. All that stuff's completely controlled. But I think this is a great way people get to see other sides of you.
Oh, we're gonna do some musical concerts. Maybe
Yeah.
we're gonna do different forums that people aren't used to seeing lawyers do.
No. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm talking because it's all about it's kind of a celebrity personality thing.
That's right.
And I want to be out there.
Right.
And when they think of the lawyer in town, they're going to think of E.
That's right.
They won't think of these other guys.
That'll work.
I can assure you that.
That'll work. Okay, break time again.
Ho!
Got to pay some bills.
All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and let you know that after this particular program, we're going to be running for the first time on television. We're going to be running a film that was produced. I actually was the director of this film. It's called Understood. The topic, the whole concept is about autism. And the vision was so that people in the autism community, those who are suffering with autism, was a great way that we've produced something so that the vision was so that you can see from the inside out the perspective of a person with autism. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the show. It will broadcast during this program, right at the very end of this program. But stay tuned because we're not going to be done. We're not done yet. We still have E Eric Guirard. We got other stuff to cover in just a moment.
You're watching Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
It's Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
Brian Hertzock here, ladies and gentlemen. Real Talk HD, Real Talk. We're doing some real talk with the lawyer, E Eric Guirard. I got a special name. I've been calling you for a few. You mind if I share it with the audience?
No, as long as it's clean.
Oh, well, E Eric G. That was
E Eric G. That's
that
right. You did come up with that.
That was when you did the rap song.
That could be my rapper name.
I think that is your rapper name.
Okay, that's my rapper
Eric
name.
G.
E Eric G.
If you go in, you got to go in E Eric G.
So when I go out performing my rap, I got to be E Eric G.
That's who you are.
Okay. Well,
you don't ask what you are.
All right. So you are what you are.
You can't help that, right?
All right.
Right. Are you still free right now? Are you open
season?
No.
I'm open.
You locked down?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I'm a single man.
Okay, single man. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So
ladies.
You want to get.
I'm sorry.
Not that anything's
Wrong with that.
Wrong with that. Okay.
We got to say that. We got to be politically
That's
correct.
right. You have to have your disclaimers in there, and you can't be pissing off the wrong people.
Oh.
Can you say that on TV?
No.
Yes, you can say pissing people off. You can.
Well, don't say it too often. It's
Okay, I won't say it
crass.
anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
But no. So again, I've been real busy. I got 2 kids. I got a 14 and 12-year-old.
Right.
They're also E's.
Had a beautiful family.
They
That's
are
right.
Eason and Eden. You know why my son's name is Eason?
Yeah, because it starts with E.
Well, yeah, but you know why else?
No.
Because he's E's son.
Eason.
And they both go to Episcopal High School because it's the only school in town that starts with the letter E.
Right.
So I had to. E-Rath was too far of a commute, so I couldn't.
You're
do it.
hooked on E. You're really. I mean,
everybody's hooked on E.
Everybody that knows you personally know you are not playing. This is not a joke. It's not a game. You are really hooked on E.
Well, that's why. I mean, E is my nickname, and I've been E since I was a kid. Unlike some other people in the community, other lawyers who are all of a sudden using letters that they've never been called before. Right. E is me. That's why it works so well, because it's not a fake thing. It's not.
Right.
If people see me on the street, friends, they'll call me E.
Right.
They aren't call me Eric. My mom called me Eric when she was alive, but you know, nobody else called me Eric unless they're mad at me, I guess.
Right.
But so yeah, I just like E. It's the friendliest letter in the alphabet. Well, if you knew that, it's an E.
Yeah, how's it friendly? Explain that. I'd like to know.
Well, because it just has that sound, E.
Oh, it has a friendly sound.
You can say E in all kind of ways, and it just comes out
E.
good. Or you can be scared. E. I mean,
E. In a world, it was E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also a backwards 3 too. That's why we use 3 a lot. In
3E. Like 3D, but 3E.
3E. And E also, it rhymes with a lot of things, so you can make up a lot of words. Like, so E is everywhere. We call it
G.
Instead of ubiquitous, it's
D.
It's ubiquitous.
You didn't notice the number of the letters.
G.
I said
D.
D.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he's killing me. He's killing me. It's
they rhyme.
Yes, but those are consonants.
Right.
We're talking vowels.
Vowels.
Here. That's the important part.
But this is something that's real. I mean, how long have you been fixated on the? I mean, I know like people call me Zoc all my life.
Right.
When I heard Zoc, they call me Zoc, call me Z. It's something about that letter Z. People like it.
Well,
so like you, I do remember. I mean, in high school, and people say Zoc, and it just people like
look,
that. But is that what it was like
well,
that, or?
But when I got into the law field, I knew that I really had to push it, and people now they say, "Oh, E, isn't that a little too much?" And people kind of criticize me because it's too much E. They say ego and all that stuff. And maybe it's a little of that, I don't know, but I knew that you had to
edgy.
It's edgy. There's so many E's, but marketing isn't always. And I just knew when I got in that I had to do something to make sure that everybody remembered me through that one letter. Right. And we had to throw it out there in every conceivable way. Right. So if you throw an E out there, and actually the E is not even my real, it's E Eric Guirard. Right. And people don't know this, but that's my real first name is Eric. Right. We put the E out in the front because I knew when I started that if you're going to be rich and successful, you had to have a letter in front of your name, like H. Howard Hunter, T. Boone Pickett.
Nice.
So we had E Eric Guirard. And so we put the E up front and center from the very beginning. Right. And Get the E Guarantee has been our motto and slogan the whole time. And when we come back in, we're going to have 10 E guarantees. They're all kind of customer service oriented stuff.
So you're going to keep the E guarantee. That's your plan.
Well, absolutely. Even if I get sued over it, that's okay.
Right. That's
because it's mine. I mean, I've used it since 1994, and I think it's going to be very difficult for somebody to try to say that that's not. I don't have legal fair use of that slogan. Right. That's just the way I feel.
That's right. So what a big comeback. The big comeback is about the E. You're bringing the E back, and all the other consonants can fall in the backdrop, in the drop shadows.
That's right. They're back. They're back in the way back. But, and we're going to do it through first-rate legal service. But the thing that's really going to catch on a whole people is the customer service. Right. A lot of lawyers can do a legal case just fine and dandy, but how many are going to treat the client like gold from the minute they call and sign up with you till the moment that they leave with a judgment or a settlement?
And what was that number again? How many clients you said?
We had 30,000 over the years.
Over 30,000 cases, clients.
Yeah, different clients. Now, some of those, I guess, repeated, every once in a while, but for the most part, it's individual people. Right. And that's why I think those people are still out there, or their family and their friends. And so we had an opportunity over over a 15-year period,
right,
to really make a mark within this community. And we were in New Orleans too,
right,
from 2000 to 2009, so
right,
we had a bit of a brand there going also, and that's Morris Bart's home turf. So we had
New Orleans.
Work
that's
to
right.
do.
That's right.
But here, you know,
now he's been working in the film industry, working with the film
Yeah.
folks. You're going to come over there with us? We're in the Celtic Studios and everything now. Hertzock Entertainment and Film.
You're big time now.
Well, look, I'm trying to keep up with guys like you.
Well, no, I wouldn't mind being in the movie biz too.
That's right.
So,
that's right. I know that was in his interest. He did, and I know that that's probably a good thing for you. I mean, you don't mind the light.
How about a reality TV show,
ETV,
or something? Hey, that's all right.
It fits. It fits.
And I wouldn't mind, because I think I bring something unique and different to the table. How many other lawyers can do all the different things that I can do, and I have done, and bring the personality to bear that I can, and do the things I want to do. So.
Right.
So hey, it's interesting. I think the folks might like to see what's going on behind the
Right.
scenes of the E world, and I don't know. I tell you what, some of these other lawyers you see on TV, try to even talk to them on the phone, or much less go see them in person.
Right.
They're going to be out the back door. They don't like talking to clients. A lot of them.
Right.
But with me, I want
Right.
to meet my clients.
Right,
I
because
want
most
to talk
lawyers,
to them.
it's kind of like a stigma where people say that lawyers, you can't be trusted, liars, or whatever. So that right?
Oh no, it's
That's right.
and a lot.
A
lot,
lot
of good lawyers, but a lot
Right.
of scallywags
Of
in this
course.
business too, especially in the personal injury world.
Right.
You got to be careful. Some of these guys I wouldn't send my dog to.
Gotcha.
But
Well,
I'm there now.
You there? You have arrived. He's back.
Ease back.
He's back.
Just ease back.
Ease back.
Yes.
Make sure you ease back.
Ease back.
But make sure you
ease back.
always go forward. Stay tuned. We're going forward on our last segment with E Eric Guirard. Make sure you stay tuned, because we're getting ready to hit a few more topics in just a moment.
You're watching Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
It's Real Talk HD with Brian Hertzock.
We still have him right here in studio, Mr. E himself, the heavyweight contender in Baton Rouge. E Eric Guirard, how you doing, sir?
E guarantee.
He's still with us.
I was a boxer for Halloween once, and I had a big red robe I ordered. And
everybody saw you in your boxing gear not long ago.
Oh, that's right, on the music video, and it had on the back. It has E guarantee, my robe, just E guarantee.
That's right. That's right. And I think he had his license when he put those on. Let's talk about if we could switch. We had a lot of fun. We can have some more fun, but let's switch it on a positive note. You actually have a nonprofit.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
It's called the E Eric Guirard Foundation. And our slogan, our motto is help make Baton Rouge safe, lean, and clean.
Right.
And those are three areas, the safety, the lean, and the clean, that I thought Baton Rouge lacked some things in. And so I wanted to form a nonprofit to not only help out the community, but to help out in specific ways. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got a big safety problem, both public safety and car wrecks and all that sort of thing, but also crime. I think that's a big problem. Lean, we are, America is the fattest country in the world. Louisiana is the fattest state in America. Baton Rouge is the fattest state in Louisiana. Right. So that makes us the fattest city in the world.
Right. We big fat cats.
We like to eat.
Yeah, we do.
We don't like to exercise. Mm-hmm. We like to hang on the couch. And so,
but not you, because I know you always talking about, come on, man, let's go to the gym.
That's right. I'm a big workout guy.
That's right.
And when they kicked me out the club, one thing I said I'm going to physiologically get 5 years younger, so that way I won't have missed any time out, relatively speaking. So I've been working out hard and eating right and all that. Matter of fact, on the back of my E Foundation truck, we have another slogan. It says, Operation Get Your Butt Off the Couch.
Nice.
And it have me in my workout gear, and so I'm ready to roll. And so I wanted to do some things to get people out in the community to just start working out, walking, just exercising, just a little something. Because the vast majority of people do not. They do not on a daily basis do anything. Right. And then the last thing is the clean part. For a while we had our Clean Eat team, and we used my E Foundation truck to go out. We had hired a couple of employees and their only job was to pick up litter off the streets of Baton Rouge.
Right.
And they would come back with bags of this litter. I said, where'd you get all that? I'd go out with them sometimes. And it was just incredible, the amount of litter on the street just in this one greater Baton Rouge area. So there's things that can be done. And all those areas, the folks can help out, because no problem is going to be solved by the government coming in and doing things and passing some new law. It's going to be done bubbling up from the ground where people do it themselves. And people get out there and put some elbow grease and some effort into it. And in each neighborhood, they do what they got to do to help contribute in these, specifically in those three areas.
That's right. What about the E-Truck?
Well, the E-Truck is part of the E-Foundation. That's also used with charities. We also lend it out to any charities that have a need for a truck with it's a 12-foot box truck with a big lift on the back. So we've lent it out to numerous charities in the area for different things. Family Road of Baton Rouge, I know, is one that's used it a number of times, and that's a great.
I think a few years ago, I think we used it to move some of our furniture.
Well, there you go. You see, anybody.
Thank you for your contribution.
Well, there you go. And
it's a nice truck.
I think you patted me on the back for that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But now you had your picture, your photo on the truck, but you've redone it since then, have you?
Well, I put new photos on it, maybe.
I thought you redid
we touched it up. I mean, I had some older photos, which kind of scared me. I used to have a different hairdo and kind of clothing style. Right. Matter of fact, my friends, I don't laugh, I used to call my old hairdo the mullet of justice, is what I used to wear, but had to cut that off. So I think I'm looking a little more modern, a little more hip, and we put new pictures on it. As a matter of fact, when the new ads come out, you'll see the new E. And I think people will say, "Was that E?" They won't even recognize me at first, but they'll catch on.
The big comeback. Now, we've talked about a few things during this particular program. What can folks expect out of you that may be a little shocking to them, or maybe they don't know?
Nothing much. I mean, I think they'll quickly see, well, it is the same E. He looks a little different. He looks maybe even a little younger, a little more healthy, a little more fit, a little more bulked up. But they'll just notice I've recommitted to really excellence in what I'm going to be doing, both in the quality and the manner of the advertising and the quality and the manner of the legal service and the customer service that they're going to get. And because it's so competitive now, you got to step up your game. It's kind of like you just got kicked up from college basketball to the NBA. You got to play some ball if you want to stay in the game. So that's what they'll notice. They'll notice that not only is he back, but he's hip, he's new, he's innovative. And with help from people like Hertzock Entertainment, I think I can make it there.
And you got it now. I'll tell you what, it ain't no sense of stopping right now, brother. We got a great road ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to forge ahead and keep going with it. Since then, so many years we've been doing different various projects. We've also developed a great friendship. I consider you a very good friend. I like to hear from you every now and then. We bounce ideas across each other.
Yep.
So we've developed a great business relationship, and you've become a very good friend of mine as well.
Thank you.
And so I thought that it would be an amazing opportunity by you coming back for us to bring you onto the show as a good friend of yours, as someone that also respects you and your craft. I thought this was a great opportunity to present you back to the folks, the fine folks of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and let the folks know that our good friend E Eric Guirard is back.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and I enjoyed it, and I hope I can get your ratings through the roof with this show, maybe.
Well, I hope so.
Any possibility?
I don't know. We'll let you know. I'll let you know if you'll be welcome back or not afterwards.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's edition of Real Talk HD. This has been an amazing program with E Eric Guirard. Listen, just ahead after this particular program, as I spoke earlier, we've got a film that we did on World Autism Day. It's called Understood. For folks out there that want to understand autism, the effects of autism, we put this whole thing together to try to get a deeper understanding so folks can really know what's going on with regard to that struggle. Starring Susie Labrie, which is a very well-known person here in Louisiana, has been casted in over 300 films, 62 years old, actually living with autism, Asperger's. She's playing herself. Make sure you check it out. It's getting ready to play right now, right after the program. Once again, I'm Brian Hertzock. I've been your host for today's show. Don't forget, you can also check us out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.hertzock.com. That's www.hertzock.com. readmitted.com. Check us out. Give us a call. If you like the program, let us know how you feel. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.
Hard part behind me. I love parties. I don't like new directions. 3 stop signs, past a red light with the post office on the left. Ryan said it to me 3 times, but sometimes I get it mixed up. Well, I'm here now.
Hey, Miss Susie.
Hey.
How are you? Miss Susie, I'm so glad you made it. I see the directions worked out.
Oh, this place is so beautiful, and I came early to help.
Oh, thanks. No, you don't need to help. Can I take your stuff?
Oh, okay.
Make yourself comfortable. Go get a drink or something. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you much. But I can help. I could do a lot to host a party. And this party's about a volunteer work with the disabled veterans.
Susie, we're so glad you're here.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Fine.
I'm here to volunteer. I could help.
Oh, nonsense. Just relax.
But I want to.
Excuse me, Miss Susie. What else would you like to be done?
We still need to set out the coffee cups. We need a place for the guest umbrellas. We'll put ice in the big bowl. I'm gonna set out the hand.
Wait, slow down.
I think I'm just gonna go work on the flower arrangements with the floss. And you just make sure the guest of honor's relaxed.
Guest of honor? I can't remember who that is. Coffee cups, ice in a bowl, umbrella holder, hand sanitizer, floss for flowers. All right.
Hey, Miss Susie, what can I get for you?
Yes, I want an extra whip without the cream, please.
What do you mean without the cream, Miss Susie?
You know, a half a shot.
I don't know what you mean.
I want a half a shot of vanilla and extra whipped cream.
Can I get a water?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Susie. Would you like something to drink? Miss Susie?
I know what I want. I just can't get it out. It's because of my autism.
Susie.
No, thank you. I really wanted coffee. Hello.
Susie, hey.
Hey.
Your flowers are so beautiful.
Well, of course, they're lovely.
Let us put one on you.
Oh, yeah.
May I have another one?
Oh, sure.
No. This is for someone else. Thank you. Thank you very much.
How are you doing, Miss Susie?
Hey, Miss Susie.
Of course. It's Sergeant Ben, a disabled veteran.
Are you ready? Can I have your attention, please? Everyone, come on, come close, come close. Come on. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank every one of you for coming tonight so that we can honor one of our beloved friends.
No better reason to have a party than to honor him.
And Sergeant Ben would like to do the honors.
When I had my trait and couldn't communicate because of your Asperger's, you were the only one that understood what I was going through. And tonight, Miss Susie, we're honoring you.